Hello, I'm Jan Wall. I work with business people to help them advance their businesses, and I do that by preparing highly effective business documents. I've done this all my life, and I love doing it. It's very difficult for people to write well. Very difficult. I've heard writing described as the most difficult thing you can do that doesn't involve lifting heavy weights. The problem isn't that people don't know what they want to say. They usually know that very well. The problem is that they don't know how to get started. They don't know how to lead their readers through their story. They don't know how to organize the document. They have to deal with the mechanics of language. They have to lay out their documents so they look good on the page. And most important, they have to be 100% sure that those documents are going to achieve their ultimate purposes. That's tough, very tough. This isn't easy for anyone, including professional writers. Good writers spend much more time massaging and editing their material than they spend writing their first draft. But here's the irony. A truly professional document will look like it was effortless to write. It will be simple, straightforward, and easy to follow. Now, that's hard to do. It's hard to do because our schools have failed us. Our schools simply don't teach students how to write well. This includes the Ivy League business schools. The only way to really learn to write well is to work closely with excellent business writers for a few years. That's how I learned. Many business people simply haven't had that learning opportunity. A good document that achieves its purpose is worth gold. A proposal that sells a product or service creates opportunities for both the buyer and the seller. But a proposal that falls flat is a loss for everyone. Or think about a newsletter that genuinely enhances the brand of an organization and builds a sense of community compared to one that's just dropped in the round file. A memorandum of understanding that is comprehensive and easy to read will eliminate misunderstandings down the road. It will cement a working relationship. I work with business professionals to craft their documents for them. My job is to capture their messages and commit them to paper. More than that, I need to capture the essence of their brand. The document might be formal and academic, or it might be semi-formal and businesslike, or it might be casual and personable. There's no one right answer here. I work with business professionals to write all types of documents. I'm talking about business plans, articles for publication, memorandums of understanding, newsletters, press releases, user guides, white papers, website text with SEO, and of course, annual reports. Readers understand the characteristics of a good document even if they can't list them. They know a good document when they pick it up and read it. A good document is compelling. It's easy to read. It passes the mother-in-law test. This means you can give the business document to your mother-in-law and she'll understand it. Now that can be a tough call. A good business document engages both sides of the brain. I'm talking about one side that reacts well to text and the other side that responds well to tables, graphs, photographs, diagrams. It's more intuitive. You need a document that connects with the logical side of the brain and the intuitive side. And it has to work with both sides of the brain at the same time. Your material has to look good on paper. In other words, it has to make good use of white space. The pages are broken up with major and minor headings. The margins are wide enough. It has a table of contents. It makes effective use of color. In other words, it looks crisp and professional. A good document respects the mechanics of language. Here I'm talking about grammar, syntax, word order, punctuation, and vocabulary. These are the issues that even good writers often stumble over. This is where the tools like Grammarly Premium come in very handy. A good document will say everything it has to say and nothing more. Your working relationship with your business writer is a key part of your joint success. Generally, I expect you to provide the ideas for the business document. If you have graphics or reference materials, all the better. If not, I can certainly find the right graphics as well as conduct literature searches and do the market research on your behalf. If you're like most business people, you know what you want to say. Getting it down on paper in short order is your big challenge. I know how to listen and rapidly craft documents that capture your ideas. It's far faster and more effective for you to critique a document I write than to draft one of your own from scratch. I take advantage of that by writing material quickly and submitting it for your review. Our focused discussions of these draft documents allow us to move to a final version very quickly, while using your time and mine to best advantage. Using a good template accelerates the process of writing a business document. I'll recommend templates that are generally recognized as the pace setters, but the notion that one size fits all clearly doesn't work. A template is just a starting point. You and I will quickly tailor the template to meet your specific needs. You'll get a product you can use immediately. You can change it in the future if you want to, but you can use it right out of the box. By working as colleagues and leveraging our respective talents and knowledge, we can move quickly to produce business documents of remarkably high quality. For the last decade, I've handled dozens of writing projects, and I've collected a string of accolades. I've handled projects for Enduracoat, a very successful light industrial company. In February of this year, I wrote a business plan and a policy manual for Bayfield Mortgage Professionals, again, a very successful investment company in British Columbia. North America Mining retained me to author a series of articles on the mining industry in Western Canada. NV Fitness worked with me to draft their business plan. That plan helped launch the growth of the company. Aegean Innovations asked me to draft their business plan. It's an e-commerce health product company. For the last 2 years, I've been working with Somametrics in California, and I'm sure I will continue to do so for many more years. I could go on, but I won't. The point is that you can rely on the references I'm going to give you. Let me give you a quick profile of myself so you have some idea why I'm so well prepared to work with you to write your business documents. I did my undergraduate work at Purdue University. And then I went on to earn my master's degree from McGill University in Montreal. McGill is generally considered one of the top 25 universities in the world. Then I spent 8 years in the management consulting world. I started with a high-end boutique firm in the healthcare field in Toronto. Then I worked with two of the largest and most influential management consulting firms in the world. I'm talking about Ernst & Young and KPMG. These companies are very demanding. There's no room for fuzzy thinking or sloppy writing. The partners I worked for were all aces, and they coached me in business writing. When you get this coaching every day, every week, for years on end, you learn to be top-notch. Then I moved into the corporate world. I worked with Digital Equipment, and I worked with Sun Microsystems, and I worked in highly visible customer-facing roles. Again, these companies expected me to deliver first-rate communications in both speaking and writing because they were paying me top dollar. For the last few years, I've been on a trip around the world. It's a very gratifying experience. And while I'm traveling, I either stop or at least slow down to work with a few clients. We work together virtually. We connect at times that are convenient for them. During the next few years, I'll explore fascinating sites in Asia and Africa. And with the internet tools available today, distance just isn't a problem. If you want to discuss a business writing project you have in mind, then get in touch. I'll usually respond within 12 hours. You can reach me by phone, email, or Skype. You can call me at my number in Vancouver, 778-381-8325, and I can pick up anywhere in the world. Or drop me an email at jan@janwall.biz. Another possibility is to connect on Skype. I look forward to hearing from you about your project.